Welcome to 3D Amazon FBA. Hope everybody had a good, safe 4th of July. I know things were like so much fun here where I'm at. I had a bunch of friends over and we had a really good time. We were up till like midnight. Actually let my kids stay up like super duper late, which is extremely rare. But it was a good time and everything like that. I don't remember how I did on 4th of July last year. But this year, 4th of July was terrible. I did about 40% of what I do day to day. People were busy, with all the things going off. At least where I'm at, it seemed like there was an overwhelming surge of patriotism with the fireworks. And, I've lived in my hometown for the better part of 30 years, and I don't recall there ever being so much activity for the 4th of July. So it was actually really good. So I do, so 4th of July was extremely slow on Amazon. At least it was for me. So with that being said, I want to talk to you guys today about consumables. Why you should sell consumables. And when I'm saying consumables, I'm talking things that are replenishable, that people will continually buy. Talking foods, say feminine hygiene, soaps, vitamins, things like that. And I'm going to give you guys an example of something I've been selling for a while to give you kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. So the good thing is like, say for example, this is a candy bar or something, and people love the candy bar and they come back and they'll buy it again when they run out if it's a good product. And if you're paying Amazon prices for something, it must be a food item or whatever that you generally like. It's a brand you trust. So, say it takes them 2 weeks and they run out of the candy bar or whatever the case may be. If they're willing to pay the price once, they're willing to pay the price twice and continue to buy the product, in theory. Not always the case. I can't speak on every single customer, but that's kind of the idea. Is if someone's willing to pay $10 for something that's like a food related item, then odds are they'll be willing to pay it again and they'll keep purchasing the product. And all the things I mentioned, they are things that they will run out of eventually. If it's a body wash, eventually they'll bathe enough time for the body wash to be used up, or toothpaste, because I sell some toothpaste. Food, once they eat it, they're going to want to replace it. So that's why I mainly do consumables. I do sell a lot of toys, but my main focus is always consumables because people will keep coming back, and it seems to be easier to predict for consumables than for like toys and things like that. The price doesn't fluctuate as much. There is price fluctuation, perfectly honest, there is price fluctuation, but it's not as severe as toys. Like, I went on a big clearance hunt whenever California reopened. Like, I went to Burlington, Ross, Didi's. I saw toys drop 50-60% in price in a week. I had bought this huge Jurassic World toy. The price dropped $40 in 3 days and went from $100 down to $60. And that doesn't happen as much with grocery. There was this jars of mushrooms I was selling in a 3-pack. Some dude did drop the price $6, so it does happen. It's just not as regular. And consumables are stuff the stores will typically have in, especially with the way of the world now is, people they're not really hoarding like they were, but people definitely are probably keeping a larger stash of food than they were 6 months ago. I'm not convinced we're not going to try to be under another lockdown before the end of the year. So you really need to be prepared for that. People, I think, are saving up food. I mean, it's nowhere near like the toilet paper shortage and stuff like that earlier this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if people are starting to store food and things like that. So with that said, I go to several places for consumables. Like, I'll buy beauty products from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, I'll get feminine hygiene, grocery, and soap from Target, Walmart, vitamins, body wash, toothpaste, tons of food, grocery outlet. I get pet food and food at the grocery store. I've hit up sales from like Alberts and stuff like that. Winco, I do tons and tons of food at Winco. I go to all these places to get my consumables, and I buy the same stuff twice a week. Like I'm actually going to leave here. My kids go to their mom's in about an hour. So once they leave, I'm going to Walmart, Winco, grocery outlet. I might go to 2 or 3 Walmarts. We'll see how I feel like going today, because I'm still kind of tired from the 4th of July. But, so I hit up consumables, and then I kind of worry about toys last, because consumables are just always there. So I'm going to cut over to Inventory Lab, and I'm going to show you like an example, because with consumables, you're not looking to make $10 an item, $5 an item. Sometimes you'll make 2, sometimes you'll make 6, but the beauty of it is it's consistent. So I've got a consistent item I've been selling for a few months. I'm going to show you 30 days of data on my sales for this. It is a little bit of a heavier item, and it costs me about $0.25 per item to ship on average. So I haven't bought any for a while, but I've sold over 20 of this unit. I made about $2 plus per. So it's like $40, $50, and that's with me slowing down the purchasing of this item. So let me cut over and I'll show you guys. All right, welcome back. I'm showing you guys an item that, on Inventory Lab. So when I first started buying this, I bought it like in the height of the lockdowns when food was scarce and things like that. So when I first started buying this, it was selling for $19.99. So I've been selling this for several months now. I think I started selling it back in March or April. Can't remember exactly. So in the last month or 30 days, you can see I've been selling it regularly for $14.99. The price dropped to $14.87, and I sold 21 of this item. It's a marinade sauce. It's 40 ounces, so it is fairly heavy. I can't remember the exact weight, but it's 2 or 3 pounds, I believe, for this one specific item. So I sold 21 of them, as you can see right here, and my net profit is $2.83 each. And my buy cost is $4.99, so it's a little bit over 50% ROI. So this one item alone, let me pull up my calculator here. I made $2.83, and I sold 21 of them. So my profit on this was $59.43, not counting shipping. So even if you wanted to say 30 cents an item, that's what, let me see, 21 times 30. Is $6, so I still came out $53.13 for this item. So that's easy. I go to the grocery outlet. They have 4 or 5 things I usually buy larger quantities of, like 10, 15 of, and I go there, and most of the items are pretty similar to this. Every once in a while I'll find like something else that they get, because they do go through a lot of different products. So here I've made $53.13, going off a 30-cent average to ship it. So to me, that's cool. That pays for 2 tanks of gas for my SUV. So let me show you the actual item here. So here, again, I already got it ready. $4.87 is the going price currently. $4.99 is what I paid. So here on RevSeller, it's showing a 57% ROI, which is good. I try to stay above 40%. Again, shipping is kind of expensive on it because it's fairly heavy, but still I'm happy to take that. Because it's better than making nothing, and it's easy. I don't have to poly bag it. I just literally put a sticker on it when I get home and put it in the box. So it works out. And like even with shipping, what I do is I like to sell a lot of toys. is I'll load up a box, like say halfway, 2/3 full of toys, and then that's when I put my heavy stuff in. So I'm not, instead of sending out like several 10-pound boxes and then some 45-pound boxes, I try to get every box to 45 pounds because that way I'm just using fewer boxes and shipping is a little bit cheaper that way. So that's usually what I do with this item. So here I'm going to show you guys. So this is the Keepa chart. So this is what I was saying. I was buying it for $19.99 back in April and May. This is when I first started buying it here. And then it looks to me like the price normalized once, lockdown started lightening up. And if you really wanted to go back, like, so you look a full year, and there was a point where it was selling for $13.30, but that was right before November. So it's been quite a while. And before that, it was selling for like $16. But there are times where it does peak. But overall, it looks pretty consistent here. $14.99 seems to be a pretty good level spot for consistency. So if you wanted to dig a little bit further, like you want to see how many you can sell. So right now, there's 9 new sellers on it. So I don't think I'm on this anymore. So we'll say that I'm the 10th because there's 9 people currently, and I'd be the 10th person selling it. So I already did the math with the 30,375 sales rank, which you can see right here on RevSeller. It sells about 180 a month. So if everything was divided evenly, say, myself included, we all had the same exact price, and I would sell about 18 a month. Would be pretty normal if everybody was the same. But like as you can see here, it's not. So there's these 2 individuals and then this guy. So if I came in at $14.87, I'd be the 4th seller at that price that would be sharing the buy box, because the other people's prices are $2 higher, so they're not going to get a share of the buy box. So if I want to dig deeper, so on the 4th one, I would be able to sell, approximately 45 a month of that specific item. So if you wanted to say 30 cents for shipping, let's just say I make $2.50 each, 45 times, I could make, minus shipping and Amazon fees, this would be pure profit. This one item, I could make $112.50 a month going off today's market. And that's really easy to do. I would literally just go to the grocery outlet. I'd, say buy 45 of these, and it would last me a month. So every month, if I just went about 45, I'd be good to go to make my $112.50. So what I do is I like to try to keep just a flow of product. I like to try to go as wide as possible. So what I would do for me, so there's 4 weeks in a month on average. I go shopping at least twice a week, sometimes 3, but at least twice a week. So if I broke that up into 8 purchases, I'd buy, say, 5 or 6 a week per shopping excursion, and then I would never run out, and then I'd have the ability to go deep on a larger variety of products. So thanks for watching my video. Hope you guys got some value, got some insight on what I do as far as consumables, how I make my purchasing decisions, and things like that. So if you guys can like and subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. It really helped me out. Thanks for watching.